Praises to the Most High. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto the Most High God, whose name is Yahweh. And we do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Christ Jesus, right? We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out week in, week out, Sabbath in, Sabbath out, to wake up you so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians unto your true identity as God's chosen people, the Israelites of the Bible, and to preach against this wicked nation known as America, biblically known as Babylon the Great, right? So Khan, man, all praise to the Most High. We are living in beautiful, magnificent, wonderful times, man, through the Spirit, man. These are the times in which our fathers so earnestly have been waiting for, man, right? These are the times where our salvation begins to draw nigh, man. Where the Most High is visiting the earth, right? He's touching the earth for its wickedness, man. He's remembering the promises, right? He's remembering the covenant that He made with our forefathers, man. He hears the cries and the supplications of the saints, man, right? Everything you see going on in the earth, whether it be international, right, the geopolitics, whether it be the stuff going on in America with the ICE, the protests, the riots, the confusion, the madness, it's all for the children of Israel, man. Right. The Most High God is doing all of this for His chosen people, you so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, man. The Most High God is remembering you, and He's showing you these things as a sign to let you know that His Son is about to return, man. Yahweh Shai, who the world calls Christ, is on His way back. And He's looking for those that are worthy. He's looking for those that seek the Most High in sincerity and in truth. Not with lip service, but with action, right? And the Most High gave us the key. He gave us the blueprint, man. He already gave us the movie, right? And He's showing us every single day, all day, right? All we got to do is watch it. And where are we going to watch it? In this Bible, man. You found that scripture for me? Come on. Bible shop. Let me get the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 4, and verse number 43, right? Man, it's beautiful times, man. We are literally watching the Most High destroy nations for us. We watching Him tear down the kingdom of Esau, man. America, Babylon the Great, the greatest kingdom that has ever reigned on this earth. We see it toppling. We see their mad ruler going crazy, invading everybody and everything and not hesitating, man. It's all the Most High. The Most High said in the book of Proverbs, chapter 21, that the king's heart is in His hand. And like the rivers of water, He turn it whithersoever He will, man. The Most High is the one that puts the spirit on Trump. It's the one that invade Venezuela, bomb Venezuela, and take their president. The Most High is the one that makes these kings set up a coup d'etat over there in Iran, where 20,000 are estimated to be dead so far. And that ain't enough. You got American military over there right now, right? You got the USS Abraham Lincoln, right? An aircraft carrier going to the Middle East right now, right? You have other military arsenal going over there, man. You have NATO sending troops to Greenland, right? Because Donald Trump, he has to have Greenland, right? He really set that all up so that they could send defenses over there because they know they're about to go to war, man. Right. But the Most High is the one putting that spirit on these kings for the children of Israel. It's all for us. And this is what we have to understand. And where do we find all of this happening? In the Bible. Before it is playing out right before your very eyes, we're reading about it, man. Right. But read that real quick, Bible shut.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 4, verse 43. For like, from the beginning, look what thou desirest to see.
What should we be doing?
Look what thou desirest to see.
See, we want to know, right? We're always questioning things. We always walk around in confusion, madness, right? We don't know what the hell is going on, but God said, look what you desire to see, man. And what?
Slakia. It shall be shewed thee.
See, if you just look, it's going to be shown unto you, man. Right? Yahweh Shai said, look and you shall find. Right? Ask and you shall receive. Right? If you want to know why America is bombing Venezuela and taking their oil and their natural resources? Well, God tells you why, man. He tells you that Esau, he's insatiable, right? And he's a thief, and he comes to take and to kill and destroy, man. Right? If you want to know why ICE is in all of these cities, man, right? And they're kidnapping people, they're shooting smoke grenades they're shooting smoke grenades into our people's cars with children in them. How you doing, sister? You got 2 minutes for the Lord? See that? Because our people don't want to look and find out the answers to why these things are happening. Let me get Jeremiah 29 and 11, right? They're literally shooting smoke bombs into cars with children in them, man.
Yep.
American citizens. Jake, it's Jake though, right? They're targeting Jake. If you want to know why ICE is targeting the Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, read about it in the Bible.
Right.
The Bible tells you never trust an enemy. The Bible says he hunts your steps.
Right.
Right? In the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, verse 17 on down. Right? The Bible got all the answers. But we refuse to look. Right? How y'all doing, sisters? Y'all doing all right tonight?
Yeah.
Y'all got 2 minutes for God real quick?
Yeah.
Oh, praise. Hey, that's the best news I've heard all night. All right? That we have some willing sisters, right? Because that's what God is looking for in these last days. Who is willing to listen? Because let me get the book of Proverbs chapter 1 in verse number 24. You can start at 24. Because a lot of our people, they don't want to hear God's voice in these last days. All right, you know who Adam and Eve are? Right? Whenever Adam sinned and he ate the fruit, right, he tried to hide from God, right? God was calling out to him. And he tried to hide, he tried to, put these figs on him and stuff to cover up his sin. We can't do that. We can't ignore the calling of the Lord, right? Because he's calling you to repent, to protect yourself from the destruction that's coming. Because we see destruction here. Have you been watching the news?
Yeah.
It's up, ain't it?
Yeah, it's up.
And guess what? It's up and it's stuck, sister. And it's been up and it's been stuck for years.
Yeah.
And it has not gotten any better, right? So what do you think is going to happen? It's going to get worse.
Right.
It's going to get worse and worse until these Little Rock streets are filled with police, are filled with military vehicles, are filled with these shops. These watching God of the Flying Saucer, Willie D's, it's all boarded up. It's closed and locked down, right? Because all hell is coming to this place, right? And that's why God is telling his people to listen. Read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 24.
Bring it out.
Because I have called and ye refused.
God is calling to his people, but we did what again?
We refuse.
But we refused, right?
It's cold. We chicken or jacket.
Hold on. Well, let me give, you got a flyer?
Yes. I don't got no flight.
Okay, let's get the sister flyer, right? So we're here to let you know that if you are a so-called black woman, you would actually be an Israelite. Have you ever heard of the Israelites? That's the chosen people of God. Right? When you read the Bible, Israelites are mentioned over 1,000 times. The reason we don't know that we're Israelites is because Christianity taught us, that we're just black people and that everybody's chosen. That's not what the Bible teaches. You're not going to read about black people in the Bible, but you will read about the Israelites, the 12 tribes, as chosen people that have fallen away because they refuse to listen to him, right? And that have been sent into captivity as a punishment for not listening to God.
Right.
That's how serious God is.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
We're nothing without God.
So take that information,
Uh-huh.
repent, because hey, you don't want to get caught up in that destruction.
Right.
I'm telling you. I know you're smiling, but it's not fun and games. It's not fun and games. Read what you got in that Jeremiah chapter 29.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 29 and verse 11.
Bring it out.
For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith Yahweh.
See, the Most High, right, in the book of Ezekiel chapter 33, he lets us know that he doesn't want us to die. He said he has no pleasure in the death of the wicked.
Right.
Right? He wants us to repent. He wants us to seek his face, man. Right? He wants us to stop walking after our own lusts, walking after the ways of the world, right? And the pollutions of this place, and seek righteousness, man. The Most High wants us to live, like the brother brought out. He gave us this law as our life. He said, keep my laws and you will live. You will prosper. But we live in this place that's so polluted, they say that out of 2 people, 1 of y'all getting cancer, man. Right? out of two people, out of everybody in this world, or everybody in America, 1 out of 2 people is getting cancer, right? Because that's how polluted this land is.
Right.
That's why in the book of Micah, right, what's that, Micah 2:10? He said, this is not your rest. This place is sore polluted and it will destroy you, man. You try to make this place your home, man. What has America ever done for you, man? When has America ever been a home, right? They say home is where the heart's at, right? But Yahweh said, where your heart is, there your treasure will be also. So if you want to make America your home, you're going to die, man. Because that's all America has been built upon is death and destruction, lies and murder, man, theft and robbery. And if that's where you want to make your heart is, no wonder you're walking around clueless, right? But keep on reading on that.
Thoughts of peace and not of evil.
Right? See, God has thoughts of peace for his people, not of evil. Because all the evil that's going on in this world is not meant for you, man. It's meant for your enemies.
Right.
It's meant for those that hate you, man, because that's what salvation is. Read on.
To give you an expected end.
That's what it's all about. The Most High has given us the expected end. We already know what's going to happen, man, because the Most High told us. That's how gracious he is. He said, if you overcome what? Sin. Overcome what? The world. And endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. He said, if you overcome, I will give you power over the nations, to rule them with the rod of iron. These are the promises that the Most High has given his people. But, our people would rather, ride away from hearing the words of the Lord in that teal Jeep. Yeah, brother, come get the word of the Lord.
That's right, brother. Come
Right?
on, brother.
We'd rather ride away, right, in the wind, man. But the Most High so gracious, he gave us the expected end. So we see World War III in the Bible, and we see it playing out in our very eyes. We see martial law and civil war in the Bible, and we see it happening right now before our very eyes, right? That's how gracious the Most High God is, man. But if you don't want to watch this movie, right, then, you get stuck. You don't get no spoilers, man, right? You get left out, right, and then you get caught by surprise. Go ahead, King.
The book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 16.
Bring it out.
Blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear the things which ye hear, and have not heard them.
See, we are on the precipice, man, of Yahweh's return, right? Any day now, all hell can start breaking loose here in America, even though it already is, right? Look, any day now, these countries, these kingdoms can start sending nuclear bombs, man. Right now, they sending little Scud missiles, right? They ain't released the Tomahawks yet, right? They just, what I'm saying? But there's casualties mounting up, right? Man, the disciples, they thought that Yahweh Shai was going to establish his kingdom as soon as he resurrected, man. They said, hey, are you at this time going to restore the kingdom to Israel? Yahweh Shai said, it's not in my hands, man. It's not for you. Let's go ahead and read it for edification, man.
Right.
We're going to read that, right? Let's get it.
The book of Acts, chapter 1 and verse number 6.
Bring it out.
And it reads, when they therefore were come together, they asked him, saying, Yahweh Shai, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom unto Israel?
This is a cut for anybody who thinks that salvation or the kingdom of heaven is for anybody outside of the kingdom of Israel. Because that is the first thing that the disciples inquired of Yahweh Shai after his resurrection. They said, are you finally, that's why they said, are you at this time, right? Are you finally going to give us the kingdom, right? Because, hey, they were in captivity. They were still paying tithe or a tribute and tax to Tiberius, man, to Caesar, man, right? They were still slaves, right? Still under the curses. They were sick and tired of it, man. But they were waiting for Yahweh Shai to come and give them the kingdom. But what did Yahweh Shai say?
And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which Yahweh hath put in his own power.
Now, let's take that into consideration and think about how the disciples felt after hearing that. I know they was crushed. I know they was hurt. Imagine that. Imagine him saying, look, it ain't for you to know that, man. It is what it is, man. It's not time yet. And guess what? You don't get to know the time. You don't get to know the time. They were waiting for that, man. And guess what? They all died without seeing the kingdom. Abraham died without seeing the kingdom. Moses died without seeing the kingdom. Right? All the kings after Solomon, they all went through it. Right? All the prophets, they went into captivity. Right? Many righteous men and prophets have desired to see the things that we see. We're seeing the end. And I'm talking about the very end. Right? That's what this video is about, man. We are seeing the very end of the times where the heathen get to rule over our people. Get to have any type of say-so or dominion in the earth that is rightfully ours, man. We are at the end of this thing, man. This is a glorious time, man. A time to be joyous and a time to give thanksgiving to the Most High God, man. Right? You got that? Read that.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 46, and verse number 10. Declaring the end from the beginning.
What did the Most High do?
Declaring the end from the beginning. And from ancient times, the things that are not yet done.
See that? The Most High has declared the end from the beginning. And we know through the Spirit, through the prophecies, that Esau is the end of the world. And that America is the last kingdom that would rule underneath the Edomites, man. And we see America, man. It's that last grasp for power, man. Right? Because they see the 12 tribes rising up. That's what this is all about. Right? They see, that's why they're sending ICE into the communities. That's why they're sending missiles and things of that nature to Venezuela. They're doing it because they're trying to stop the 12 tribes of Israel from rising up. That's all it's about. That's why they have Proud Boys, right? They have Proud Boys disguised as ICE agents, right? I seen an article the other day that they said the ICE program is using some type of artificial intelligence system to hire ICE agents that somehow was faulty and allowed unqualified, untrained officers to now become ICE agents, to enter into the ICE program. So you're telling me there was some mess up during this hiring process to where now you're hiring unqualified personnel to go into these streets, and now they're just snatching up anybody that's melanated, right? Questioning anybody, killing people, shooting them dead, right? Getting into shootouts, trying to kidnap people. These people aren't even qualified. They don't even mess up like that at McDonald's, man.
It take them like 40 days, 47 days or something like that just to go through the program.
It's 4 weeks.
For a week, yes.
It's a 4-week training process, man. 4 weeks. But it's the Proud Boys, man. It's the Klan that's going through your neighborhoods, man. Right? Hey, family, y'all got 2 minutes for the Lord? 2 minutes for God. Right? But again, it's really to show our people who the devil is, man. Right? It's all to show our people who the devil is. And the devil never likes to show himself. That's why they always wear masks. Right? But you have something going on in Minnesota, right? Where, Minnesota, the ICE agent killed that white woman, Renee Good, right? Well, guess what? That's in the Bible too. But Trump, because of the chaos and the protests and the riots that are going on, Trump is trying to enact something called the Insurrection Act. Right? He's been talking about doing the Insurrection Act. It's not necessarily martial law, but it's damn close to it. It gives Trump the authority to send military to quell a civil unrest, right? It actually gives them the ability to federalize the National Guard, right? Meaning what? Minnesota, they have their National Guard for the state of Minnesota. Arkansas has the National Guard for the state of Arkansas. But if you federalize the National Guard, hey, they no longer belong to the state of Minnesota. They're at the behest of Donald Trump, right? So Trump is talking about sending military to Minnesota, right? But you think it's going to stop there, right? You think ICE is going to stop in Minnesota? As a matter of fact, in Benton County, Arkansas, it's one of the hubs of ICE deportations, man. Right? It's going crazy up. Hey, look, like I said, at the snap of a finger, the Most High can cause it to go down here in America. It's already going down everywhere else in the earth.
Right.
Literally. Hey, we're on year 4. Year 4 of the Ukrainian-Russian war, which again was started by the Americans. Why? Because the Americans overthrew the president or the leader of Ukraine in 2013 and set up their puppet king, Vladimir Zelensky, right? And then they had them rebel against Russia, and now, here we go. And they've long time been over 1 million casualties. 1 million casualties. But it's funny because everybody here in America thinks it's so casual. They make death, they make killings, they make genocide normal. They've normalized this stuff, man. Right? To where your average American is blind to it, man. They're so used to it. That's why they give you Call of Duty. That's why they give you Grand Theft Auto. That's why they program you to think that these things are normal. But hey, it's all the Most High is doing. The Most High, again, he, in the book of what is that, Job 12 and 16 or 16 and 12, that the deceived and the deceiver are his. The Most High has used Esau to lull you to sleep, man, right? To live in his dream world and to be blinded by his lights, his philosophy, his religions, his ideologies, his influence, man, his social media, right? And you have no idea what the Most High God is actually trying to do in this earth, or actually is doing in this earth, man. Right? But where was we at? What had you get? Let me get the book of, let me get the book of Isaiah chapter 19 from the top. Right? It's about to get hectic out here, and it's all the Most High is doing. Right? So what we got to do is do what? Seek God, man. Seek the Most High. Ask for forgiveness of sins. Ask him to blot out your sins, man. Because that day of judgment is coming. And everything that you've done, everything that you've heaped up, will be brought up against you and charged against you, lest ye repent, man. Right? Read what you got. Salaki, 1 second. How you doing, sister? You doing all right tonight?
No, I don't feel like talking.
You don't feel like talking? Well, can you take a flyer?
I need to talk about this, sister.
Yeah, tap in, man. We are the children of Israel. God's chosen people. We got to repent and keep the commandments because we're living in the last days. It's about to go down, sister. Right? All hell finna break loose. Read what you got.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 19, from the top. The burden of Egypt. Behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt.
Right, so God said the burden of Egypt. Is a burden a good thing or a bad thing? Is a burden, that's something that bothers you. A burden is something that is annoying, right? It gives you stress, it gives you anxiety, it gives you worry. That's what God said. The burden of Egypt. Now we know that this is not talking about ancient Egypt. It's not talking about Pharaoh Necho. Right? It's not talking about Tutankhamun. This is talking about America, right? God is saying the burden of Egypt, which is America. He said the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud. Read on.
And shall come into Egypt.
So what?
And shall come into Egypt.
Hey, Yahweh, he gonna come into Babylon the Great. And what?
And the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence.
Hey, all the idols, your American idols that they made a show about, right? Your NBA stars, your NFL stars, your country music stars, the stars, right? The brother always bring out the stars of this place, right? All the people that are highly esteemed, all the things, your actual idols that people worship and put over the Most High God shall be what again?
Shall be moved at his presence.
Shall be moved at his presence, man. Right? Like Joshua brought out, every knee shall bow, every eye will see him, and there shall be wailing and weeping and gnashing of teeth when Yahweh Shai returns. Read on.
And the heart of Egypt shall melt.
What?
Shall melt in the midst of it.
Hey, y'all brothers got 2 minutes for the Lord? Y'all got your bellies full. Now it's time to get the bread of life, man. Right? It's living water. It's living water. So you know, bro. You gotta get up with it. You gotta get up with bro. You know what's going on. Hey, not everybody know what's going on. He know what's going on. All right? But there's more on that. Keep reading.
And the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians.
You know everybody, don't you? Read that last part again.
And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians.
Wait, God is going to do what?
And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians.
The Most High said he's going to set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. What is that? That's a civil war, man. That the Most High God is going to conjure up. He said he was going to do that, man. Again, like I said, he puts the spirit in the heart of the king and also in the heart of the people, right? He said, I'm going to set them against one another. And go ahead.
And they shall fight every one against his brother.
They're going to fight, man. It's going to be a civil war. Yahweh Shai prophesied of these things as well, saying that nation shall rise against nation, man. It's going to be a civil war. The blacks versus the whites, the Mexicans versus the Asians. It's going to be your leftist versus the right wing. It's going to be all out hell in this thing, man.
Right.
Right? And if you're not right with the Most High, if you're not in the chamber and the secret places of God, you're going to get caught up in that, man. Go ahead, King.
The book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15 and verse 15.
You're going to get it. Because through the Spirit, I really want to touch on 2nd Esdras 15. I also want to touch on 2nd Esdras 16, man. Because these are the days that we're living in, right? We see the civil war breaking loose, man. You got people that support ICE. You got people that are talking about kill ICE, save a life. This is what's going on. They said ice melt. But the Lord said that the hearts of Egypt shall melt.
Right.
Through the Spirit. You see that? We living in the last days, brother. And this is all God doing it. Yeah, but it's God's doing, right? God said that he was going to set the people against one another, man. But we chalk it up to, oh, they're causing division, right? They don't even know that Christ said, I came not to send peace. Let's get that right quick. I'm going to show you about the Christ of the Bible, the God of the Bible, the God that we believe in, man. Right? Because we're going to tell the truth. Matter of fact, hold that and give me the book of Ezekiel 33. Read that.
The book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 15.
This is what Christ said.
Suppose ye I'd come to send peace on earth, I tell you nay. I tell you nay, but rather division.
You heard that? Christ said, I did not come to send peace on earth. Contrary to popular belief, where they're talking about love, 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 no justice, no peace. Christ said, I came to send division. All right? It's all Christ doing. Because Christ wants to see, are you going to come out of the world and come to me? Once you start walking in God's commandments, you're automatically going to become a target. You're going to become ridiculed. You're going to become hated. Right? Because Christ said, that's what it is. In a world full of wickedness and darkness, whenever you are moving contrary or moving righteous, they're going to look at you differently, man. Right? But nevertheless, let me get that Ezekiel 33.
The book of Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse number 11.
Bring it out.
Verse number 1. Again, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon the land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he bloweth the trumpet and warn the people, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and take it not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head.
Exactly, man. So God is saying that you need to set you a man that gives you warning when he sees the sword coming, right? And that man, once he sees the sword, once he sees destruction, war, and chaos coming, he blows that trumpet to give you that warning, man. And if you don't take heed to that trumpet, you don't listen to that warning, God said your blood's on your own hands. You had the opportunity to come to him, to get that protection. You had the opportunity to flee into his secret place, and you didn't take heed. And that's why That is why our people are in this place that we call America right now. That's why we're in captivity. We're in this hell because we refuse to hearken to the Lord. That word hearken, the root of that word hearken is hear. Right? The Lord is calling to us day and night, man. All the time. And he just wants us to listen. The curses that we bring out every single Sabbath day, right? Moses told the Israelites, but if thou will not hearken, all these curses will come upon you. Right? The same thing with these warnings that God has given you before destruction cometh, man. If you don't want to take heed to the warning, the blood is on your own hands, man. Right? Read on.
And it continues. Then whosoever heard the sound, it's like in verse 5, he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him. But he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul.
What?
Shall deliver his soul.
See that? But if you take heed, if you take this heed to the warning, you won't save your soul, man. Because, again, countless bodies have dropped in Iran. Bodies were dropped whenever America bombed Venezuela in the middle of the night. How was I coming back? Like a thief in the night. Guess what? Bombs. Trump sent bombs to Nigeria. Right? I think it was December 26th or 27th. Right after Christmas Day. Right? And you know what these devils have the audacity to say? They don't know the casualty count. They have not given the casualty count. They said there was numerous people that were killed in the attack, but there's no number of casualties. So they haven't even told you how many people died in that. Oh, let's not forget about Palestine, man. How many Palestinians are still getting murdered, massacred right now, this very moment, right? They said the amount of children that are being killed over there in Palestine has been more deaths than the Israelis in the past 10 years. That's what they're saying. Children. Palestinian children. But who is behind all of this? Who is allowing these things to happen? God. Why is he doing these things? For his people. Let me get the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18 and verse 7. The Most High is doing this for us. Let me get the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse number 23. Right? Because, hey, these are the days of salvation. This is what salvation looks like. It looks like the death of God's enemies, man. It looks like the destruction of the nations. That is what salvation is. Watch us read that.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18, and verse number 7. So of thy people was accepted both the salvation of the righteous and destruction of the enemies.
See that? God said, so of your people is accepted both the salvation of the righteous and the destruction of the wicked, of the enemies, man. You have to accept that. You have to accept that, hey, Bubba Craig from across the street, he not getting saved with you. He don't got the opportunity. Ling Ling down the road that pearl your toenails, right? And that gives you that weed. She don't get to get on the chariot, man. She gonna get caught up in that fire, man. Right? Kim Jong-un, Netanyahu, all these world leaders, they going into slavery. Bahashim Yahweh. You have to accept that, man. Right. Accept the fact that God is going to overthrow these nations for you, man. And he's always done that time and time again. Read the Bible, man. Look what the Most High did to the Assyrians, man. He sent them death angels upon the Assyrian army, killed 80K in one day. 80K in one day, man. Right? He destroyed Jericho for you. He killed Sihon, the king of the Amorites. He killed Og, king of the Bashan. He overthrew the armies of these Edomites. How you doing, brother? You got 2 minutes for God? Right? But our people don't want to accept the salvation that the Most High is coming with, man. Right? Because they don't understand, like Joshua was bringing up, they don't understand God and his purpose for doing these things. And he's doing it for you. Literally. In the book of Isaiah, roughly paraphrasing, the Lord said, I have given kingdoms and nations for your ransom, man. Right? You guys have sinned so grievously, man. Like, look, I need blood. You know, because our God is a God that requires blood. You understand? So we being redeemed, right? He gotta fulfill his, you know what I'm saying? He gotta do what he gotta do, man. Right? The Most High is gonna get it back in blood. right? He's the original Pusheist, right? He put it on the spirit of Pusheist to make that song, man, through the spirit, right? But read that one more time about the shop.
Verse 7 from the top. Soul of thy people was accepted both the salvation of the righteous and destruction of the enemy.
See that? Accept that, man. Accept that and appreciate that through the spirit. Read what you got.
The book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 23.
Bring it out.
But woe unto them that are with child. Verse 22. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled.
See that? That's what time you living in, man. These be the days of vengeance, man. These are the days that, again, our forefathers, the prophets of old, the men of God have been waiting for. The days of vengeance, right? Where the Most High is literally before our eyes, broadcasting live on TV. The death and destruction of your enemies, man. The death and destruction of your ops. The death and destruction of those that have constantly misused you, right? Made fun of you, right? Took advantage of you, watched your captivity, right? Stood idly by while Esau had you in child slavery, right? Like it says in the book of Revelation chapter 11 and 8, man, that they gave gifts one to another, man, right? They rejoiced over your dead bodies, right? They love to see Christopher Columbus come over here and colonize the land, right? They love seeing us walk the Trail of Tears, man. They love it whenever we are destroyed as a people. That's why none of these nations come out and say, you know, you guys are the Israelites of the Bible. We watched them take your whole nation into slavery, right? And we're so sorry about that, but we got to tell you that you guys are God's chosen. Where are the nations doing that? Right? They're not.
Right.
And that's why they're getting that due judgment. Hey, the Most High is destroying them Arabs, them Palestinians, because of what they did to God's people, man.
Right.
The Arabic conquest, right? The rise of Islam, right? And the slavery of the so-called Africans. Those were Israelites, man, that they were forced into Islam, right? Killing in the name of Allah, right? God is taking vengeance upon our enemies, man. And it's biblical. It's prophecy, right? Read what you got.
The book of Psalms, chapter 50 and verse number 20.
Bring it out.
Thou sinnest and speakest against thy brother. Thou slanderest thine own mother's son. These things have thou done, and I kept silent. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself.
Esau thought that the Most High was like him, a creep, right? A freak and a vagabond. Someone who could just keep on misusing people, get things off of deceits, right? Lies and thefts and killing and murdering. See, Esau thought that God was like him. But God said, I kept silent while you was over here calling your brother a nigger, man. I kept silent while you was lynching the man, the woman, and the child, man. I seen everything that you've done. That's what God is letting y'all know. God is letting you know that He sees everything, man. And just because your white pastor, just because your coon of a pastor talks about, forgive and forget, talks about that's in the past, talks about, hey, we need to love one another. Don't put them over God, man. Because God said that the day of vengeance is in my heart, man. And destruction of the enemies, war, and all hell breaking loose is God taking vengeance upon our enemies, man.
Right.
Read on.
But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
Yeah, and that's what the Most High is doing for the Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, man. He is setting us back in order. Like it says in the book of Sirach 36, the Most High is gathering the tribes together as the beginning, right? Because Jacob is the beginning and Esau is the end, right? Let me get the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse number 10. And let me get Luke chapter 21, and start at verse 8. Right, we'll hit that verse.
The book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 8. And he said, take heed that ye be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them.
Right, and that's what time we're also living in. See, in the midst of all hell breaking loose, you're also going to have many people coming in the name of Christ, saying, look, I got the truth. No, I got the truth. No, this is the way. No, follow my doctrine. Follow my teaching. Follow my camp or my church, right? There's going to be many deceivers in these last days, right? But Yahushua told you to hold fast to that which thou hast received. You got brothers switching up the whole uniform in the fourth quarter, right? We're talking about, they're not just switching the whole uniform, they're switching teams in the fourth quarter. You talking about the transfer? Hey, we live in the transfer portal era, right? Where you got a brother, he was on a team this year, next year on another team, next year on another team. There's a brother, I think his name is TJ Finley, right? There was a brother named TJ Finley. I believe this brother was a 5-star recruit, right? He's playing his 7th year of college football, and he's on his 7th team. Through the Spirit. 7 years on 7 teams, man. That's how some brothers and sisters are in this truth, man. They switching from this doctrine to that doctrine, from this camp to that camp. Hey, man. You can't be deceived in these last days, man.
Hey, and if you notice with those portal trades, hey, they don't get the start. They get pushed way at the bottom of the list, man.
Hey, man. Look, some of them. And bro, hey, the Most High is so cold, right? And he's exposing everything. These people, right? They paying these people so damn much as a college student, right? And in I guess the NIL era, the name, image, and likeness era, you have like rules about the transfer portal and tampering. They call it tampering. Like if you don't enter to the transfer portal, teams on the outside, they're not supposed to contact you. You know what I'm saying? There's like a no contact rule. But hey, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, somebody gonna put a bug in your ear. Hey, I got 10 million over here for you. I know you ain't in the portal, but you know we got 10 million, and we got whatever car you want. We got 10 million in a truck, right? That's what they be doing, man. And that's how it be whenever you homie hop right to another doctrine. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, me and the brother was talking about it. GG and Kai Cenat, right? We was talking about, man, look, a lot of these females, they only be with brothers because they got some guala, right? But as soon as a brother, he might got some guala, and he might got a Mercedes-Benz truck. Because I didn't want to give her the Mercedes-Benz truck, but NBA Youngboy did. And we see how quick she hopped over to the next team, right? Got the brother Kai Cenat broken-hearted, right? Had to quit streaming. Now he's journaling, man. Now he's journaling in fashion, man. See that? That's what happens whenever you are seduced and have itching ears. Can't wait till the next thing, right? You're going to be caught out there, man. Because that's the first thing Yahushua said when he was on the Mount of Olives, giving his disciples the signs of the end. He said, take heed that no man deceive you, for many are going to come in his name, man, saying, this is the way. I am Christ. I got Christ with me. Right? Come on, keep reading on it.
Verse 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified for these things.
Right. Salakia. He said, when you hear of wars and commotions, are we not hearing of wars and commotions? Are we not hearing that Iran and the United States are at war, and that Russia is going to support Iran in its war against America? Are we not hearing these things? But is there not actual war also going on too with Israel and Palestine, where people are dying and there's casualties mounting up? Same thing with the Ukrainians and the Russians. Again, this is all to show you that God already told us what was going to be happening, man. And that this Bible is real, and you've got to take heed to it, hearken, right? Or you're going to get destroyed. All right, read on.
It says, be not terrified for these things.
And why shouldn't we be terrified? Because Christ, and it's like because the Most High has let us know that these things are for us. These things must come to pass for us, for our salvation, man. Don't be terrified. Hey, they say if you're scared, go to church. Right? Go. Hey, they're going to tell you sweet nothings. Right? They're going to make you feel real good. Right? But look, You don't need to be scared of nothing that you see going on. You should be thanking the Most High God. Read on.
For these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Then saith he unto them, Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence, and fearful sights, and great signs shall be there from heaven.
We are very close to those great earthquakes, man. To that famine, right? Because, hey, brothers be talking about there are earthquakes indeed. There are famines going on around the earth a little bit, but we ain't seen the great earthquakes that are coming via nuclear missiles, man. Seismic waves, man. Right? They were talking about, like I said, I was talking about the brothers. I watched that movie Greenland, right? They said that there was a so-called comet that was about 9 meters wide, right? That whenever it hits the impact, I think it was going to impact somewhere in like the Middle East. But the catastrophic collision was going to cause so much destruction just off of the impacts that it was going to destroy the world. They called it an extinction level event, right? That is the great earthquakes that are coming to this world, man. Nuclear bombs dropping, man. Nuclear missiles. And God has created that. The Bible talks about nuclear missiles, man. The waster created to destroy. Because whenever them nukes start dropping, you can walk outside if you survive, right? Which you're not going to survive, obviously, if you got hit by a nuke. But the saints of God are going to survive. You're going to be able to walk outside, and you can see how the land is going to be utterly wasted in that day, man. Right? Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 13 and verse 13. Therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place, and the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and in that day of his furious anger.
Man. And that's such a beautiful and powerful scripture. But I guess God is just joking. I guess Isaiah just wrote that because he felt like it. He said he's going to shake the heavens and the earth is going to remove out of its place, man. The earth is going to remove out of its place. I'm talking about craters, man. Craters. The heavens is going to shake. Right? Again, they show like that pushback or the seismic wave that hits you, that you could be miles and miles and miles away, but the force is just so strong, man. Right? I forget what it's called. The blast back or whatever, man. The blowback. Right? Look, you're not going to be able to escape from the fierceness and the wrath of the Most High God. It's all because he's angry as hell for what y'all have been doing to us, man. I'm being used scriptures from everything. Our identity, our knowledge of self, right? Now you got us walking around lost in America, just, man, look, eating abominations, being abominable, walking in nothing but lust, serving idols, ignorant of the Most High God's righteousness, hating one another, right? Being lewd, promoting killing, stealing, and being adulterous. That's what you have God's chosen people out here doing now, man. Right? We are made as the offscoring of the world, the filth of the world, what do we call it? A shaking of the head, man, and a proverb of reproach. That's what God's people have become because of you, because of y'all. And God is very mad about it, man. Right? He said y'all are destroyed, and this is the cold part. Even though this is set up from the beginning, it's set up from the foundation of the earth. To be truthfully honest, y'all have destroyed God's people so much to the point where some cannot be saved because they will just not be able to get it because their mind has been so destroyed by you. That's why they have to be destroyed and purified by that fire, man. Because the enemy has destroyed God's people to that point where there's no return or saving them. Alright? You got a precept. Well, matter of fact, you good on that. Let's go to 2 Ezra chapter 15. And if you get the precept, you can get it. You got it?
the book of Isaiah chapter 22 and verse 14. It says, and it was revealed in mine ears by the Lord of hosts. Surely this iniquity shall not be purged from you till ye die, saith the Lord of hosts.
And they have filled our people with this iniquity that is unpurgeable, man. That they cannot get cleansed of because their mind is destroyed. Their conscience has been seared with that hot iron, man. Right? They've been given over to that Stockholm syndrome, man. That cognitive dissonance, that programming. Their mind has been completely programmed to walk after the image of the beast. Right? And they have to be killed and pretty much resurrected, right, to get it again. Right? That's the only way they'll get it. It's through death by pain. Right? That baptism by way of fire, man. Right? But let's get that in 2 Corinthians 15. Start at verse. Man, that whole chapter is fire. We're gonna take our time. We're gonna finish it all right through the spirit of 2 Corinthians 15. Let's go to 2 Corinthians 16. We're not gonna read the whole chapters now, but for edification, these two chapters are so prophetic, so end times, and so fitting for what we are experiencing and seeing right now, man. All praise to the Most High. All praises. Ever since I came into the truth, we've seen the signs. We've seen things happen time and time again, right? We've seen COVID hit. We've seen the pandemic. We've seen everything shut down. People running to the stores, man, grabbing up the toilet tissue. You know what I'm saying? We've seen it. And it's been up and stuck, like the sister said. It's only through the Spirit gotten progressively worse, man. And all praise to the Most High, letting us know, man, that we are so close to the end of this thing. But read what you got.
It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15. You want a 16?
15.
Come on. It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, and verse number 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the word of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
These words, man, will never fail us, man. Right? God said that they are faithful and true. So why wouldn't we listen to it? Why wouldn't we take heed? Read on.
Fear not the imaginations against thee.
And they have imaginations against us. These people, man, every time they see us out here in the streets, they cannot wait for something to happen for us to be removed off these street corners. Right? In their imagination, they just can't wait for the white man to crack down on the black Hebrew Israelites, man. We don't fear your imagination. We're going to do this work continually, Bahashim Yawashad, as long as he allows us to, man. Right? Until desolations cometh upon these cities. Right? Read on.
Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
So if you don't believe, you just gonna die. Right? Thus saith the Lord. Read on.
Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world.
What is God doing?
I will bring plagues upon the world.
So what you're experiencing and seeing through your own two eyes is God plaguing the earth right now, man. Plagues. Right? This is not some Disney movie. Right? This is not Halloween Town. God is sending plagues upon the earth right now as we speak. And what do these plagues consist of? Read on.
The sword.
The what?
The sword.
Which represents destruction. God said one of the plagues he's sending upon the earth is the sword, which is used to kill. Read on.
Famine.
What is famine? Hey, and like we said, man, Christ prophesied about great earthquakes and famines. Because whenever all hell does break loose, it's not going to be La Chingada, man. You're not going to be able to go in there and get you down chorizo, your carnitas. Right? You're not going to be able to go to McDonald's, man. We know these things. Your Kroger's, your Whole Food store, man, your Walgreens and Walmarts, all going to be closed down. That is another plague that the Most High God is about to bring. And it's going to hit you Americans so hard, man. You Americans so hard that can't even fast for 24 hours. Right? That damn near pass out. Got these migraines and super headaches after not eating for 12 hours, man. Right? It's going to be cannibalism. Right? It's going to be feasting on human flesh, right? It's coming back in a real way. Read on.
Death and destruction.
See, death and destruction is also the plagues of the Most High. And we see these things happening. We see a lot of death and destruction, man. right? And it's not a game out here. But our people live life as if they get a second chance, right? They get to respawn like it's a game. You know, when you die, man, that's it. It's finished. Whatever you did is what you'll be judged for, man. Right? Read on.
For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled.
Right, so there's a day and a time where God said, it is enough. Let me get Psalm 119 and verse 126. There is a set time where the Most High is going to look down and be like, okay, bet. Now is the time. Now the seed of wickedness has sprung up, and it's time for the harvest, man. It's time to reap. And we close to that time, man. We might even be there. These might be the days of what Christ and the prophets called the beginning, right? The beginning of sorrows. Hey, I think we're there. I believe we're there. Personally speaking as a man. Right? You got that? 126.
The book of Psalm, chapter 119 and 126. It is time for thee, Lord, to work, for they have made void thy law.
See, David said, look, Lord, it's time for you to work. Because they don't keep your laws.
Right.
They don't care about your commandments. Their hurtful works are fulfilled, and wickedness have exceedingly polluted the earth.
Right.
So it's time for the Lord to work. Hey, we seeing the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man.
Right.
It's about to get glorious out here. Like Naquan said, hey, grab your popcorn. Right? If you like pretzels, man, go get you some pretzels, man. Right? Go get whatever you like to grease on, man, when you watch your favorite TV show, man. Because it's about to go down, man. Right? It's about to go down. And if you're not excited, you're not in the right spirit, man. If you're not excited for the return of the Messiah and for destruction upon the wicked and the nations, you're not in the spirit, man. Because Christ is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And in order for him to become that king, he got to wipe out these kingdoms, man. Right? That's what we're seeing. That's what we're seeing. Hey, let me get the book of 1 Corinthians. Yeah, let me get that. Right? Let me get that. Because look, the Lord said, I got to get these heathen out the way, man. I got to get him out the way. Because this earth belongs to Hamashiach and the 12 tribes. And ultimately, it does belong to the Most High God. He got to get him out the way, man. You got that?
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15 and verse 24. Then cometh the end, when he shall have delivered up the kingdom to Yahweh, even the Father, when ye shall have put down all rule and all authority and power. For he must reign till he have put all enemies under his feet. The last enemy shall be destroyed, is death.
Right. That's it, man. He said, look, he got to put all these enemies down, man. He has to put them all underneath his foot. Right? And that's what we see. The Most High is really going to make it easy for Yahweh Shai. These other nations already in shambles. They're not going to put up a fight at all. Right? They might even be damn near out of missiles, man. They're going to shoot so damn many missiles, man. Right? They're going to have the tanks. And that switch ain't going to do nothing against Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai got beams, lasers, man. Yahweh Shai got weapons we ain't even heard about. So we can't even imagine. It's going to be like a blast of fire coming out of his mouth, man. Right? Which is really symbolic for the 12 tribes, man. Whenever the Most High or Yahweh Shai gives the saints that power, man. Because in the book of Obadiah saw the vision. He said, Jacob, right, shall be a fire. And Israel shall be a flame. Right? Judah shall be a fire. Israel shall be a flame, man. And we're going to consume these nations. Right? We make up the army of the Lord. You got some? Come.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 13 and verse number 14. It says, verse number 4, clock it. It says, and whenever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice.
Right, and that's Yahweh Shai giving orders to his men. He said, wherever the voice went out, they burned up. Yahweh Shai saying, hey, Judah, over there. Hey, Ephraim, right there. Benji, go ahead. Go get him. That's that green light that we waiting on. Right? The Lord said, don't take vengeance into your own hands, man, but wait on me. And I'm going to give you them orders, man. Right, read on.
Jump to verse 10. But only I saw, and he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of the tongue he cast out sparks and tempest. And then were all the mixed together, and blast of fire and flaming breath, and tempest, and fell a violence upon the multitude, which were prepared to fight.
Yeah. See, they thought they was gonna do something, man. They thought they was gonna fight against the 12 tribes in Yahushua, man. Right? It's not even gonna be a match for real. Right? They have the mercy rule in sports. Whenever one team is getting just bludgeoned out there, it ain't gonna be no mercy rule in that day. Right? As a matter of fact, let me get the book of Psalms. I believe it's the 58th chapter. I believe it's the 58th chapter and the 16th verse. I believe it says they're gonna cry out and none shall answer. It might be Psalm 18, as a matter of fact. It might be Psalm 18. Yeah, let's go to Psalm 18. 40. Or 37. It's down there. Where are we at? Is Psalm 18 right there? Yeah, con. Alright, let me see. Alright, let me see. It's a lot. Bear with me. Right here.
This is what God said. The book of Psalms, chapter 18 and verse 41.
Bring it on.
They cried, but there was none. God, verse 40. Thou hast also given me the necks of mine enemies.
See that? So it's like Thanos. It's like Darth Vader when he said, you know what I'm saying? Hey, the Lord is gonna give us the neck of our enemies, man. Right? Read on.
That I might destroy them that hate me. They cried, but there was none to save them.
See that? They gonna be crying, man. It ain't no mercy in that day. They gonna be crying. Please, no. Hey, it ain't gonna be no mercy in that day. Did y'all show us mercy? Did they show us mercy when they burnt up that institution for black boys in Wrightsville, Arkansas, where they got the Wrightsville Correction Center today? How you gonna build a prison on top of a building that was used to trap black boys and burn them to death, man? Right? Did they show them mercy, man? Did they give any restitution to the families? Did they apologize for locking those children up, man, and allowing them to burn to death, over 20 of them? Right? Where was mercy for Emmett Till? Where was mercy for Tamir Rice, man? Right? Where was mercy for the brother with the knee? Where was the mercy for George Floyd? Right? When have they ever showed us mercy for real?
Right.
The Brooklyn Nine, the Little Rock Nine, man. Right? They don't show us any mercy or compassion. So you think we're gonna show mercy in that day? Those white tears. Man, look. Hey, he gonna say, please, look, I'll give you all my money, man. You know Esau be. Look, man, take my keys. Here, keep reading on.
It says, they cried, but there was none to save them, even unto the Lord, and he answered them not.
See, Yahushua, he gonna be off on the side, right? Oh, Yahushua, he gonna be off on the side watching. And they'll be like, please. And Yahushua just gonna be standing there, man, watching. All praise to the Most High, man.
Right.
He gonna laugh. He said he gonna laugh.
Right.
Come.
He said, then did I beat them small as the dust.
See, they're gonna be looking at Yahushua. This is like a movie, man. I'm telling you. It's like a movie. Yahushua, he gonna be standing off the side watching. They be crying like, help me, please. Like, I knew you were black. Please save me. And then I'm gonna look back at him, or Lord willing, we're gonna look back at him. I'm gonna start boom. I'm talking about just obliterating them until they small as the dust.
And I'll be envisioning that, like, you know what I'm saying, when like Yahushua come and he's standing on top of the chariot or something, and then he just, everybody looking up at him and he just get that nod, like, hey, go get him. And it's on, man. Hey, it's something it is. Yeah? Right. It ain't nothing else to it. He done gave the decree. It's time to go to work. Right. There ain't no more.
That's the promise that the Lord gave his saints. He said to them to overcome, I'm going to give you power over the nations to beat them, right? to beat them, man. He said, as a vessel's potter shall they be broken into shivers, man. Right? That's the day of vengeance. This is what this is all about. The Lord is setting all this up for you, right? And these are the promises that he has for you. You finally get to take vengeance upon your adversaries, upon your enemies, upon those that hate you, upon those that look at you as a spectacle, upon those that look at you as nothing more than an entertainer, man, right? Or something that they can laugh at or make money off of, man, right? Well, let's keep reading in that second Ezra.
Second Ezra chapter 15, and it continues with verse number 7. Therefore, said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness.
And this is the product of God, saying, okay, it's time to work. Look, I see what my saints have been doing. I see their efforts, right? That's why Christ said, I know thy works. Because the Lord sees what we doing out here, traveling state to state, city to city, right? In season, out of season, the videos, the lessons, the hours, man, to do this work, to magnify Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, right? He said, look, okay, bet. That's a job well done. Well done, my good and faithful servants. Now watch me work. Now watch me work. This is what the Most High is doing for us, man. It's all of the Lord. Read on.
I will hold no more my tongue. It's like I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them.
See, and why aren't these pastors talking about God avenging them? Oh, I know, because they don't deal with the Apocrypha. Right. These Christians, they're not going to hop into this book right here. Into these 14 books right here that they call the Apocrypha, which means hidden books that the white man took out, right? That the Protestants took out. They're not going to deal with this.
Hey, on the world they rent it. Want it, then go get it. We the ones that's with it. What you mean, my father business? Tomorrow can't borrow the all, but today the Lord he lit it. Storing up these riches while they all just squander spinning. What you gonna do with it? Looking back, is you worthy or not? Get back to the law quickly. Repent now for the judgment drop. Fire burner, that's the word of y'all. About to burn it down. We gon' stay right on their heels, jump over hills. It was a small mile. Big cities to small towns. He gon' fetch us all. We coming out. These prophecies for sure, you know this ain't just word of mouth. He raised you up like Pharaoh just to turn and throw you down. As Israel rule forever with an everlasting crown. I'm screaming victory, oh yeah, victory. Praising the Lord, everything he did for me. Pray to the Lord for the neck my enemies. Just keep them laws and we'll rule endlessly. I keep a sword, cause it's really war. Healing the poor, don't need Dior. We vexed and sore, ain't casting pearls off to a bore. All in my core, stack rich like mortar, burn like menorah. This here for a quarter, slept in the dust and woke up royal. See how we been spoiled. Lot of tears I shed for you just made me go harder. Ain't gon' argue, I come for peace and that thing ain't for barter. We supposed to be feeding the sheep, you leading them to the slaughter. Lord, praise the Father for the victory that was wrought tonight. Bloody seen through the spirit, slaying demons left and right. Brought a soul out the dark, like a deer I seen the light. Lord, let your will be done, whatever you see right. I'm screaming victory, oh yeah, victory. Praising the Lord, everything he did for me. Pray to the Lord for the neck my enemy.